The study of the history of furniture has always posed questions and great mysteries. This is because the subject of the study is called mobile, and it is indeed mobile. Therefore, a piece of furniture that has been moved several times over the centuries is difficult to relocate, to reposition at its original starting point. There are therefore pieces of furniture that retain an air of mystery about their provenance, their origin, and why a particular decoration was found in one city rather than another. On the other hand, there are pieces of furniture that speak, that hold no mysteries, that tell us stories and confirm doubts which become certainties. Good morning and welcome to everyone. I am Enrico Sala, Fine Art at Mano in Mano. Today, together with you, we are going to analyse this object. As you can see, it is a chest, a small box. It is not a little jewellery box, nor is it a large wedding dowry chest. It is an object of medium size. However, the shape is that of a chest, which is reproduced here in this smaller object. As you can see, we have a convex front with a large front shelf, while the less important parts, which are the feet, the sides and the top, are given this painted decoration with blue backgrounds and simple red decorations that are arranged beneath the top with this drip motif of successive drops. The front, on the other hand, which is the visible part, the important part, is entirely worked. It is worked using a particular technique known as pastiglia carving. Pastiglia was a material, a product that was made by mixing kaolins, marble powders and glues, which was then spread, sometimes with a layer of canvas as well to reinforce the hold of the product, spread over the wooden surface in several layers so as to create a thickness that could then be worked and carved with tools, with burins, in order to create a low-relief decoration in a fairly simple and immediate way, using a material that would adhere to the wood and was not particularly difficult to work with. Pastiglia was then usually either painted with tempera or gilded. In this case, the main part is gilded. However, we have these 4 pilasters, as we can see, which have sections, such as the sides, always carved in pastiglia, with these double twisted columns, while the central ones are painted on a blue background with gold point decorations and details, for example, the fruits of the vases decorated in red. In the 2 side panels, we can see that the decoration is depicted with a central staff around which a ribbon is twisted, and around which this oak branch with its typical acorns winds and spirals, making it recognisable. The central panel, on the other hand, features a quadrilobe reserve with crosses at the corners adorned with ivy leaves, and inside, still within a floral decoration, there is a ribbon from which the noble coat of arms is suspended. The noble coat of arms is depicted with a golden band, 2 golden circles on a blue background, and it is a distinctive and important element because it allows us to determine the origin and patronage of the casket. Over time, scholars have already identified this type of chest, and Clelia Alberici quite confidently places them within the Venetian sphere, publishing some examples similar to this one in both decoration and front. It must be said that there has been a great deal of confusion, but in this case we have 2 elements that precisely identify the geographical area, which is the Veneto-Venetian region and the family's origin. One element, which we have already mentioned, is the coat of arms itself, which is that of the Belloni family, one of the Venetian families of the 16th century. And the other element, which is dear to me and which I enjoy mentioning when talking about these objects, is depicted in a painting. The painting in question is Titian's Venus of Urbino, which depicts this nude Venus on the bed in the morning, just woken up. But the detail that interests us is that in the right panel, in the corner of the painting, there is a maid bending over a pair of cassapanci, intent on finding a dress for her mistress. These cassapanci have exactly the same shape that we find in this chest, the curved front with this large projecting shelf. The only thing that differs is the decoration, which is reversed. That is, we have gilding on the frame parts, while the panels are instead worked on a blue background with white decoration. These particular details remove any doubt about the provenance and origin of this object.